What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk. Colossal Boxing Talk is associated with Three Kings Boxing under the movement umbrella, and I am back with another Google Hangout solo dolo. I'm here to talk about Erislandy Lara versus Jarrett Hurd taking place this weekend on Showtime. Unification bout. We all know that Erislandy Lara is the WBA junior middleweight champion. Jarrett Hurd is the IBF junior middleweight champion. And when this fight was first announced, um, I quickly said to myself, Erislandy Lara is gonna beat the hell out of Jarrett Hurd. If you watch Lara fight, he's a defensive specialist with underrated power. He's very accurate. Um, he can counter, he can move. He's a little older now, but he's a very good fighter. Not the most pleasing to watch, but if you love boxing, you can appreciate his style. He's 5'9", so he's at a significant height disadvantage going into this fight against Jarrett Hurd, who is 6'1". He's much younger, much fresher, you would presume. Although in his last two outings, he's taken a lot of punishment, especially against Austin Trout. Austin Trout was dominating that fight, a lot of that fight before, succumbing to, just being tired, the pressure, the power, the youthfulness, and the strength of, Jarrett Hurd, and I like Jarrett Hurd as an offensive fighter, but defensively, he's not good at all. He tends to square himself up when he's punching. He finds himself out of position. The footwork isn't there. He can slip some shots, you know what I'm saying? But he's going to have to be on his A game this Saturday night if he wants to, you know, beat Erislandy Lara, who is a very technical fighter. He doesn't allow you to get him out of his fight style, his game plan. He will pot shot you to death and win a unanimous decision. But he also, like I said, he can shock you with his sneaky power. He's very accurate. Um, you know, he's a southpaw, but he's a very good fighter, man. Ask Paul Williams. The last time that I can remember a significant height disadvantage for Erislandy Lara off the top of my head is when he fought Paul Williams way back 2000, I'm saying 11, 2012, in a fight that he was robbed against, but he clearly dominated. P. Will, my boy, but P. Will got that ass beat when they fought. But Jarrett Hurd has some similarities to Paul Williams, but not as much. He's not the pressure fighter that Paul Williams was. He doesn't have the punch output. His stamina isn't as good as Paul Williams, but I believe he's a stronger puncher, harder puncher than Paul Williams. But he's going to need more than power to defeat Erislandy Lara. He's going to have to be disciplined. He's going to have to, you know, get Lara to open up offensively and show some vulnerabilities on the defensive side. Because if not, Lara's just gonna pick him apart. Is he gonna pot shot him to death? He's gonna turn him. He's gonna win the footwork battle anyway because that's just what Lara does. If you see in this fight against Canelo, you know what I'm saying, that fight was close, but I scored it. For Canelo because I felt that he was more, aggressive, more active, and he landed the better shots. But the fight was really close. It could be the score to draw or 7-5 or more for Lara. Depends on how you looked at the fight from your perspective. But I just don't see Jarrett Hurd being able to deal with the speed, the skills, the experience of Erislandy Lara. I could be wrong. Because I thought that Austin Trout's experience would, play a big factor which he did early in the fight. Um, over the course of the fight, but you can't count out Hurd at all because he's tenacious. Um, um, he's unrelentless. He's a great body puncher. I mean, he's very, very good offensively. And if he could, get some momentum going early against Laura, then maybe he could stop him. But he's going to have to get to Laura's body early and often. That's where he's going to have to put that work in. So he's going to have to open himself up even more. And at this point, Jarrett Hurd is what he is. I don't expect him to do anything different from any of his previous fights in this fight coming up Saturday night. I think that he's going to have his moments. He might even drop Laura, who was dropped twice by Alfredo Angulo, another guy that's similar to Jarrett Hurd. But Jarrett Hurd needs to, try to stay behind that jab as well. Let me pull up the reach and see what his reach is compared to Erislandy Lara. But if he could set up, his offense from the outside of the jab by using his jab, then he may be able to get Lara to even more decrease his offensive output, which lowers his activity, which in the judges' eyes may go against him in this fight. You know what I'm saying? It surely went against him against Canelo Alvarez, but Lara is like a workman-like fighter, man. He doesn't do anything too great. He just does a lot of stuff very well, which makes him a very well-rounded fighter who um, only has what, two losses, and he should only have one because, like I said earlier, he defeated Paul Williams easily, in that fight a few years ago, but he was robbed. You know what I'm saying? And Jarrett Hurd has fought, Tony Harrison in a fight he was losing until Tony Harrison, who was a good fighter, but has, mental lapses and these stamina issues, succumb to the pressure, the body work of Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd's reach is 76 inches, 76 and a half inches long. Let me look at Lara's. And Lara's is 74-inch reach. So it's not really that big of a discrepancy between the reach. So what Lara lacks in the height, he can be able to make up somewhat in the reach and also the skill department. But Jarrett Hurd does a lot of things horribly wrong on the defensive end, man. And I think that this is a bad matchup for him. It spells ass whooping all night long. You know, he's confident though. He's more youthful. Erislandy Lara. And let me see how old he is, man. Shit, he's 34 years old. He's 34 years old. Has 29 professional bouts. And the good thing about him though, he hasn't taken a lot of wear and tear, a lot of punishment throughout his career. He did have that brutal fight with Alfredo Angulo a few years ago where he was dropped twice but come back to win that fight. He broke the orbital bone of Alfredo Angulo, stopping that fight. I mean, he just got it coming off of a victory over Terrell Gasha, unanimous decision. He stopped Yuri Foreman. He won a unanimous decision over Vanis Monterosian, Jan Zavik, TKO, Delvin Rodriguez, unanimous decision. So, I mean, he doesn't take a lot of punishment. Uh, he tends to fight all his fights for the most part go to distance. You know what I'm saying? And he wins nothing but unanimous decisions. He had the loss to Canelo, like I said, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But I mean, this guy is a tremendous fighter, and I expect him to thoroughly dominate. You know, Jarrett Hurd. Yeah, Hurd gonna have his moments, but Lara's gonna have more moments. He's gonna dictate the pace of the fight. He's gonna control the distance. He's gonna show better ring intelligence, better ring and generalship, better effective punching. He's gonna be able to set traps for Hurd, who gets himself out of position, squares himself up. I wouldn't be surprised if Hurd, maybe went down late in this fight due to the punishment. The accurate shots, man, from Lara, is going to be a problem. He's going to be a sitting target for that straight left hand from you know Laura, who he loves to throw that shit. He lit Devin Rodriguez ass up with that shit, man. But I see this fight being another unanimous decision victory for Laura. He doesn't go for the knockout, even if he has you hurt. He doesn't go for the knockout, so I won't expect anything different in this fight. I think that he's going to be one step closer to unifying the junior middleweight division. I think that the winner of this fight will get Jermell Charlo next. Jermell Charlo, I believe, is scheduled to return in June. Get somebody to be determined. But like I said, man, I'm gonna wrap this video up. It ain't no need to kind of prolong it. I think that that fucking Hurd is gonna fucking get his ass beat. Yeah, he a big guy, JG. You know what I'm saying? What up? What up, DMV Dallas Cowboy? What up, Rob Dilla? Hey, I'm just doing this little video, man, trying to get active. What's up, Owens Boxing Dialogue? But yeah, he is a big dude. Hurd is definitely a big dude, 6'1". That motherfucker probably gonna be a super middleweight. Hell, maybe be even light heavyweight come fight night. But that don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? If fucking Laura can stay out the way, if he could keep Hurd out of position, on his toes, out of position to punch, I think that he'll end up, you know what I'm saying? End up getting a unanimous decision. But I'm gonna wrap this up before I go. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to Colossal Boxing Talk. Share this video. Head over to Facebook, smack the like button on the Colossal Boxing Talk Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter at Colossal CBT. Be sure to turn on the notifications to get notified every time I upload content. Shout out to the movement, everybody that's moving with us. Subscribe to daily to 3kingsboxing.com for your latest and greatest unfiltered, unbiased news. Until next time, I am out. Peace.